Hello everybody, my name is Tanner Kyler, and today I'm bringing you another sunflower species. This is in the Asteraceae family, known as Verbesina encelioides. It is also known as the cowpin daisy, golden crownbeard. So this species is an excellent species to plant in many xeriscape gardens. It is native to a large portion of the United States, including the Great Plains and over actually into the deserts. I've seen this growing up in the high deserts of New Mexico. So very drought tolerant species, also very cold tolerant. It is an annual, so it will die back every year and grow back from seed. On the bright side though, as I'll break off one of these seeds here and show you, as you break these seeds open, every one of those flat black seeds you see there can grow a new one, and they have a very high germination rate. So as I walk through here, you'll see all of the golden crownbeards are growing here. These are an excellent species because, like I said, they are very drought tolerant, but they also start blooming very early. I've seen blooms as early as June, and they continue blooming all the way to the first frost. They actually get thicker and thicker as they grow larger throughout the year, so you'll have flushes of blooms that occur at different periods of the year. You'll have your first flush around July, your second flush in September, and then your third flush at the mid to late October, around the first frost. And as you notice here, and I'll put clips throughout this video, is that you get a ton of pollinators on these plants, and actually the most diversity of pollinators I've seen. We've seen dozens of species of solitary bee, dozens of species of beetles and stuff crawling around on these, pollinating them, and countless species of butterfly that you can see in the video currently. So if I come along through here and you follow me, they grow all throughout here. I actually planted only a few of them along this bed last year, and they've spread all along here. Oops, the tree's in the way. All the way this way, and actually across over into this patch growing on the other side. And if you come here close with the camera, Talon, you can see these are all dried seed heads here, full of seed, and then this is their flowers in full bloom. Really beautiful, about an inch and a half wide, so not a very large sunflower, but you can just see the complexity of life. And because it's an annual, meaning it doesn't need to put reserves back into its roots for the next year, all they're trying to do is produce seed for their offspring next year. They pump a ton of nectar into their flowers, and so we get a ton of these showy blooms, along with and like I said, I'll put clips in here of all the different species, because it's actually mind-blowing. I can sit here for hours and just watch different species of butterfly and bee come up and never get bored and keep continually finding new species. I've seen dozens of monarchs stop by, get a drink, and then keep moving southwest down to Mexico for the winter time. So I highly recommend this species. It also is pretty before it blooms. It gets this glauca covered leaf, so it's kind of a silvery gray, almost a bluish tone, adding to a lot of pop. It gets around probably 3 to 4 feet tall, and about that same width. It can kind of be stemmy, but because they come up in such large numbers, they kind of bush out, and it almost seems like a solid hedge of them. But right now you're looking at dozens of plants all massed together. And like I said, I started with a handful of seeds I threw in here, so I probably had like around 10 plants last year. This year I probably have pushing 100 plants all in this area and spreading around the entirety of the house. These bloom alongside the solidagos or the goldenrod species around the same time. They pair really nice with zinnias. The zinnias are kind of dying out now. That's a Latin American species, but definitely helps our native, our pollinators. If we come along through here, as you can see, most things are done for the year though. So they definitely give this last final push of color after even our other sunflower species are done, like the Maximilian sunflower and the Jerusalem artichokes or the sunchokes are currently still blooming, so they pair nice with them as well. Maybe some blue sage, that blue and yellow mixed together is a nice pop. Some Erangos Leavenworthii is also a really good species to mix in because they have some really late blooms as well. And purple and yellow, in my opinion, are the best color combination. But I hope you learned something today from this video. I hope you enjoyed watching it. I'm just going to go ahead and roll some clips of all the pollinators here because I have so many. I know I couldn't fit them all in the video. But I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a comment if you have any questions or concerns or anything you want to learn. Other than that, if there's anything else you see here, like I said, make sure to leave a comment if you have any questions or concerns about this video, you want to learn about anything else in this bed. If you like this video and you want to watch more educational videos about plants and native plants to Oklahoma and the Great Plains, please make sure to hit subscribe, and we'll see you next time.